I'm just going to go on mute occasionally so I can eat.
Okay.
No worries.
Okay. So, Alex, your time to shine.
Cool.
Cool.
So this one, earn reward points for passing quizzes about finance, banking, competition with friends, other customer. I think it would be quite straightforward to do that, and it would probably sit maybe around here, kind of in between, because it's not really something that would, I guess, when we think about how might we question, I don't know if it would motivate people or not, but I think that it's an important point so that people know what they're getting themselves into.
I think that the getting something for nothing might motivate more than you think. Medibank has an app, Qantas has an app, Step apps, and you earn stuff and people download those apps separate to the actual key app. But the desire to earn and rank is massive.
I guess it would depend on how that part would work, like what that would look like. Because if it was enticing enough, then I think that it would be something that people would be really driven by.
In my mind, it like pops up. I mean, I don't know who I'll bank with, but I'm assuming there's a menu button. Whenever NAB launches a new feature, there's just like an alert and you click on it. And if it's just like take a quiz to earn points, very easy to build. And I just feel like that'd be an interesting uptake for getting something. I would do it in a heartbeat. I would find ways to do it multiple times and earn those points.
It's definitely a target, like the self-paced, being able to earn points and like do things to earn points to gain things. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Everyone happy to put it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
The apology / proactive checks.
That's really important.
I think it's super important. Do we think it's like on the difficulty scale, easy or hard?
I think it's harder than some of the other stuff we've got.
Yeah, definitely.
Do we think there's the right spot?
I think would it be more difficult than that?
What is the outcome you're wanting from it? And who's making it? Is it the CEO?
This is the before the card. So this is like when I was thinking about what I was putting on the cards before, there's the life stages before you get it, once you've got it, and what happens when you need help. Like the 3 cycles of the card, or not everyone gets to the third one. But this is the before part, around like the reputation stuff, the impact. It would be direct in my mind from the bank or whichever bank, ASB in this scenario, and we'd love to improve our reputation by exhibiting self-awareness to the millennial age group, reframing our approach to communication, stop sending those credit guides in letters, have it in a way that millennials like to learn, like that before part.
Bernie, did that answer your question?
Yeah, good. Nice one. Sorry, I was eating.
Okay, what's for dinner?
Bit of salad.
Just
Any
salad?
any protein in the salad, or just open a coleslaw bag?
Just a bit of chicken.
Solid.
All right.
All right.
I really like this one. I want to sell this one. Co-create financial literacy with secondary and tertiary education, compulsory unit at school level. I think this might actually be kind of difficult because I think it's one of these things where it's going to have great value. So it's sort of up here somewhere, but I think it's going to be super difficult.
Yeah, I think it's difficult.
I agree.
But it is also What's the other one? Important? Is that the other thing on the board?
Important.
Yeah, important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why, yeah, it's over here, right over here with your apology. I guess, because not only do you have to win over a government, you have to win over a packed curriculum.
Mhm.
You have to re-educate teachers as well.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
whole new,
It
it's a whole
has
new subject.
been done before though. I don't actually know too much about it, but you know how there's now all of those subjects that a lot of schools are doing with gender from like kindergarten age.
Yeah.
And that was like, particularly at the time when it came in, it was still quite controversial in terms of the way that some people received it. So if something like that was able to get through, I feel like it's a good precedent for something like this, even though
Did
it
they
is,
keep it though?
I don't know. I just remember reading about it at the time that a lot of people were saying obviously it was really good, and then there were a lot of people who were saying that, you know, you shouldn't be teaching, you know, kindergarten children or whatever they were saying.
Yeah.
But I think
It
it's
was-
a positive sign that there was something new introduced into
Yeah.
the curriculum and at least tested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a really good example actually. I can't remember if it was just one school or a test case.
Yeah. Look
But
into it.
something to look into. Cool. All right. Should we add this other orange card with this orange card? Because they're kind of similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I think one's not more difficult than the other. I think they're pretty on par.
No, I'm just finding you see my problem.
Yeah, I do. I actually think I think that one's easier. Influence and media is easier because especially if they create it themselves.
Let's have a little joining line.
We love the joining lines.
We love the joining lines.
Do you use this for work or something as well, Adrian?
No, this is the first time I've used it.
You seem to be very proficient.
You're a
at
pro.
it. Mm.
I watched a YouTube video.
Well, that was in the O Week stuff, wasn't it?
I didn't watch it in O Week. I watched
Oh.
it in Module 5.
The only O Week I've ever had has been these three at RMIT, and they really haven't cracked up to what Bernie was talking about.
I was going to say, what's the O Week like in the online environment?
Well, you
Yeah.
you had it, you missed it, so obviously not that great.
You didn't meet Lavinia Nixon in yours.
What about, I mean, I think it would be pretty easy to instigate people planning for millennials in banks, but it seems to already happen, which is why I'm happy to delete it as a card altogether.
I don't think the card needs to be deleted. It's awareness. So the fact that if we're doing it, we're not doing it enough that people know about it.
All right, so let's put it low difficulty. I'm going to put importance pretty moderate, as in moderately low.
I was going to say that's an interesting version of moderate.
Moderately low.
That's pretty low. All right, who's next? Who hasn't done one? Who wants to do a second?
I can do one. I was just taking a picture of the group. I keep zooming in. Okay. Financial literacy benchmark. Online quiz to establish level of literacy. Well, this would be easier, I think. I think it's kind of important too, but then again, is it segmenting too much of the market? Does it become discriminatory?
Yeah, it'd be
I
quite
don't know
difficult to
if
get in depending on you.
So
Depends what it is, though.
Yeah, it could be quite difficult.
You could kind of tie it into a confidence building aspect though, because and it would kind of build your trust with the bank because they're doing something like that, is how I would angle it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be even a benchmark to get the card. It can be, you know, when you do like the work induction videos and stuff and you watch through and you click through and like it's interactive. It might not even mean anything for the outcome of the card, but it may have to be something that happens.
Like a mandatory module you have to view.
But when you do an online application, you're clicking and reading and clicking. And if between the screens comes, you know, spot checks of like scenarios or videos or something engaging.
Is it, can I play devil's advocate on it for a second? Is it a little bit belittling to people in terms of, well, why are you making me jump through extra hoops? I'm mature and I can make my own choices without you having to, you know, hold my hand through it.
Are you thinking from a Gen X male or a millennial female?
Oh, good call.
So I'm just playing devil's advocate for it. In terms of, I think I'm mature enough to choose myself. Anyway, I'm really interested.
It's a good point, but I think that one of the things that we identified through the process was that millennial women don't feel like confident enough with it. So I feel as though they wouldn't perceive it in that way.
Okay.
It might be more of a helpful tool.
Especially when they're at that late 20s age and they're like, I feel like I should already know this. I'm too scared to ask. I got a lot of that.
If you, can I then go on for my follow-up question? If you fail the quiz, do you get the card?
Well, that's the thing. If it's not necessarily an eligibility criteria,
it's a quiz,
potentially yes, but maybe then it's a, hey, maybe there's something in the background in the bank who says we need to make sure we give you extra support. Like, they don't have to know about it, but if they fail their financial literacy, maybe it means, well, actually we need to make sure we set their check-ins to quarterly rather than annually. There just could be something to say.
Are you letting the customer know that you're failing and passing?
I don't know. I haven't thought that through.
Then does that then?
I wonder if it has to be an assessment or whether it's more just like information gathering as part of the process. And then at the end of the process, you actually get something that says, hi there, we noticed by the way that you answer your questions, you answer your questions like a segment group who has, I don't know, maybe less experience with credit cards. Therefore, we suggest you could do X, Y, and Z to help build your acumen. Yeah. Or you could have a debrief with one of our advisors free of charge, blah, 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 blah.
Or even just like, yes, that's what I think. It doesn't even have to be